The coronavirus pandemic continues to wreak havoc across the world.
All of Europe now fighting against the invisible virus.
The Cricket Australia initiative, there is no crowd at the game today.
BCCI suspends all domestic cricket till further notice. The IPL is temporarily suspended.
Priority is safety, so we postponed the game. Nobody has a choice.
Pretty much all cricket has either been suspended or cancelled. England's tour of Sri Lanka has been postponed. The PSL came to a premature end. The Sheffield Shield in Australia was suspended. India's series against South Africa had to be rescheduled.
Straight through, down. Australia.
With the COVID-19 pandemic possibly lasting several more months now, sports administrators around the world are on the edge.
Cricket, which is played all year long, has come to a standstill for the first time since the World War II.
So, what's at stake for the game here?
How much of a hit will it take? Only time will tell.
In this vlog, we'll be taking a look at all the major ramifications of this pandemic on cricket,
All the major tournaments and series have been affected,
and the plan of action of the concerned authorities moving forward. So, let's get started.
a lot of the ongoing cricket consisting of prominent international tournaments and series as well as domestic cricket competitions have either been delayed or completely cancelled because of the outbreak of the virus. The international schedule for the rest of the year 2 is in complete disarray and it has gone for a complete toss, and it's going to be a serious challenge for the ICC to reschedule all the cricket we have missed out. In India, IPL, which is our marquee T20 tournament, has also been postponed. It looks like it will be cancelled, but there is a small chance that towards the end of the year in October, November, we might have the curtailed version of tournament in some other cricket playing country. And as we know, no cricket playing country in the world will really have an issue with having the IPL in their backyard because it's short profits for them. Also, we've had this kind of happen before when India was going through general elections. Though the BCCI has remained tight-lipped on this, they have said that they will kind of give us, they will notify us whenever they feel the time is right.
In England, the County Championship, England's most prestigious test tournament, which was initially scheduled to begin from mid-April, for the first time is on the verge of cancellation since the World War years. Along with this, the 100 in England's much-awaited inaugural 100-ball tournament has also been pushed back from 2020 to 2021. Further afield, the Women's T20 World Cup did manage to escape the health crisis back in February. However, this pandemic has casted a shadow over the upcoming Men's T20 World Cup, which as of now is scheduled to begin on October 18 later this year, with a lot of major tournaments around the world being either pushed back to 2021 or being indefinitely postponed. There is a lot of pressure on the ICC as well as the host Cricket Australia to come to a decision pretty quickly. However, both the committees have stuck to their guns and are pretty confident of the event going ahead as scheduled, but they are also closely monitoring the situation and will keep updating their decisions as per the circumstances.
From a financial standpoint, cricket around the world is about to take some major blows. A cancelled IPL would mean major losses for the BCCI, the broadcasters and the sponsors. The official sponsor of the IPL, the Star India, has signed a whopping 5-year deal from 2018 to 2022 worth $2.55 billion. And if one season of IPL gets cancelled, they face a loss of close to 3,300 crores. Vivo, which is the main title sponsor of the IPL, will also face a loss of 400 crores. Besides that, 200 crores of loss from the central sponsorship will mean a loss of 3,869 crores. Besides this, even our cricket players will not be paid anything for close to 4 to 5 months, because we all know the rule of the sporting world is that no game, no money. Besides this, advertising, ticket sales, merchandise sales will also go for a toss, which will mean a loss of close to 700 crores for 8 franchises. So even a curtailed IPL will mean a smaller share of the revenue will go to the franchises. And the worst part about this is that both the BCCI and the IPL haven't been able to secure insurance from the novel coronavirus, making all stakeholders and parties vulnerable to all major losses.
The England and Wales Cricket Board stands to lose over £300 million if no cricket is played in the upcoming season in the wake of this pandemic. So to counter these financial losses, England Cricket Board has offered 61 million pounds to support the cricket around the country. Out of this, 41 million pounds would be made available to the first class counties and their cricketing boards, and the remaining 20 million pounds would be given to the recreational and club cricket in the country, with its reserves going down from 73 million pounds in the 2015-16 season to a mere 11 million pounds in 2018-19 season. Another cricketless season could leave a severe impact on ECB's balance sheet in the future. To counter the financial losses from this pandemic, Cricket Australia has announced to lay off almost 80% of their staff, putting them on 20% pay till June 30th. As of now, Cricket Australia is expecting a huge revenue from the upcoming Men's T20 World Cup as well as the marquee home test series against India, which, if cancelled, would lead to a $300 million loss. Along with this, the Australian Cricketers Association has also announced a $250,000 grant for their ex-Australian cricketers to survive the financial hardships as a result of the virus. A lot of the Australian cricketers too have braced themselves for inevitable pay cuts in the future too. Other than the big three, the other cricketing boards in the world like Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh and West Indies are also set to suffer huge financial losses. The broadcasting rights for cricket in Pakistan, Sri Lanka and West Indies lies with Sony Pictures, which as of now is about to end this year. Also, Bangladesh's world media rights for broadcasting cricket, which were sold for 140 crores, are also due for renewal this year. With no broadcasting bidders available at the moment, all their premier tournaments in these countries may end up getting cancelled, leading to heavy financial losses in these countries. Keeping these factors into consideration, things can go south for a lot of these cricketing boards around the world if no cricket is resumed at all. With no cricket on their hand, most players have considered this as a welcome break from their rigorous cricketing schedule. They have used this time to mentally refresh themselves and have arranged for a lot of online Q&A sessions to increase their fan engagement. However, with a lot of uncertainty over the length of this break, they have used this time to maintain fitness and be match ready for whenever the season begins. A lot of the international cricketers with hefty IPL contracts have been hoping for some form of the tournament later this year, be it a full-fledged one or a truncated one.
A lot of discussion among fans, current players, ex-players and pundits has revolved around the rule changes in the game. For starters, alternatives like wax products, sandpaper, which were considered illegal, it might become legal now because they want to kind of remove the use of saliva in the game. So what players used to do, they used to use their saliva to shine one side of the ball, which kind of caused the ball to swing in the direction which had less shine, which was rougher compared to the other half of the ball. And also the other aspects of the game, like the handshake which happens at the end, or sometimes players get lower enthusiastic and exchange t-shirts, and all those aspects of the game will also be done away with. For the near future, cricket is expected to be resumed in a closed door format, that is no audience in the stadium, which will ensure the safety of the players as well as the audience. Even when things go back to normal, health checkup and the sanitization of fans and players will be of topmost priority. And in general, I think the whole idea of hygiene and social distancing will be incorporated into the sport in a much larger way.
With COVID-19 showing no signs of stopping in the coming weeks, only time will tell how long this cricketing drought period will last.
So until then, it's going to be a long and tedious wait for all cricket fans around the world to see their favorite teams and players back on the field doing what they do best. Thank you.
So friends, we hope you liked our video of a compilation of all the news around the world regarding Corona's impact on cricket. And if you like the video, please press the like icon and comment your opinion, be it good or bad. We are always welcome, and make sure to share the video as much as you can, and thank you.